So Amazon has just started a major problem. And it's not just for Amazon employees, it's for all employees that work remotely and are now being asked to return to the office. Today, I want to break down what Amazon has just done, but I also want to read some comments that you guys have left me explaining how frustrated you are and how upset you are about the recent events. Some of who are deciding they are not going to work for Amazon ever again, and they will leave because of this return to office mandate. So I'm gonna break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So I have talked about this several times here on the channel ever since the CEO of Amazon, Andy Jassy, decided to mandate that all workers should return to the office 5 days a week starting on January 1st. Just look at this. It says angry Amazon employees are rage applying for new jobs after Andy Jassy's RTO mandate. I will not go back. Now, I've talked to many people who work at Amazon. I talked to several people over the past couple of weeks who work for competing companies to Amazon in the Seattle area. And one of the things that they've told me is they have actually seen an increase in applications. And the amount of interviews that they've done recently are just insane because people are trying to get away from Amazon and willing to go and work for another company somewhere in the Seattle area. Interesting. But listen to these comments. I got 3 different comments that I picked out, and I want to read these to you because what we are seeing with Amazon is what we are going to see with other companies as well. Listen to this one. This person says, and I quote, "I already told my manager that if I am required to be in the office 5 days a week, then I will find another job." People are not just quietly saying that, oh, they're going to find another job. What they are trying to do, and based off what I've heard, is people are trying to get it through the CEO's head that if he mandates a 5-day in-office work week, people are going to quit. They are not going to keep working at Amazon. This was one of the benefits of working at Amazon over the past couple of years is Amazon didn't require you to be in the office 5 days a week. So people could live, 30 minutes away, an hour away, or in a comment I'm going to read to you in a minute, about 2 hours away. And I've talked to several people that do work at Amazon. I talked to several people that worked at Microsoft. And they said the exact same thing, that they moved during the pandemic. Many people, I have friends that sold their homes in Bellevue, Washington, in Redmond, Washington, near the Microsoft campus. And they sold their home, moved 2 hours away to a cheaper part of the state. And again, they were able to work, they were able to commute, but they only had to be in the office maybe 1 or 2 days a week. And so things are changing. Listen to this person. This person says, and I quote, "I've worked at Amazon for 11 years, and they have done some questionable things in the past, but this takes the cake. I've already applied for several positions here in Seattle, but I would love to take on. I had 2 interviews already, and I have been offered 1 position that I'm highly considering. I informed my supervisor that I will be taking this new position unless Andy falls back on his mandate." Now, the way this is written, I am assuming when they say their supervisor and the way they call the CEO of Amazon Andy, I'm assuming this person is potentially a higher up person at Amazon, or obviously first name basis with the CEO. But what I think is interesting about this is if the CEO doesn't change the mandate, I think Amazon is going to have a massive shift. They're going to have a complete overhaul. And here's the thing, and this is the reason I bring it up, is because I think Amazon is doing this for a couple reasons. Number one, they want to see who is actually working 100% for Amazon and who is working for Amazon plus another company. And they're trying to divide up their time at home by, let's say, having 2 computers open and where they say they are working at both companies at the same time. So instead of getting $45 an hour or whatever they may get, maybe they're making $90 or $100 an hour because they're working for 2 companies. That is what I believe Amazon is trying to do. And I've talked to several people, they think it's the exact same thing. That what we are now hearing is that so many people that are working from home for one company, but they're taking on a side gig for another company to make a little bit more, double dip, if you will. And so I think Amazon's trying to weed out these employees that are doing this. And one of the quickest way to do it, just mandate you have to be in the office. Because if you're in the office, it's going to be very hard to work for another company. Now, I want to read you another comment. This person says, and I quote, "If I'm required to work 5 days a week at Amazon, then I will either need to move or change jobs. It takes me roughly 2 hours to get to work, but even longer because of all the road construction we have going on. This isn't feasible if we must work in the office 5 days a week and not my normal 2. And I've told you guys this before that, for me personally, if I had to drive, let's say 2 or 3 hours to work, and I only need to be there for 2 days, it's simple. Let's say it's Monday, Tuesday, great. I leave my home, 2 hours away from the office. I go to the office on Monday, work the entire day or as much as I can. Then I go find a hotel that night. Then I work all day Tuesday, and Tuesday night I drive home. And then I got 5 days that I can be at home, right, with my kids, with my family, right? I do yard work. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to go into the office. And so again, I think this is what's happening. But the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because I don't think Amazon is going to be the end of this. I think Amazon's the beginning. Amazon's a massive player here. If Amazon does go through with this, I think a lot of people will quit. I think we see unemployment go up. I think the economy kind of turns around. We don't have as much growth. I do think more other companies that are competing with Amazon for those employees or those skill sets, I think they will benefit here. But, and this is the big one, the big companies that follow in Amazon's footsteps, I think those are the ones that are going to feel a lot of pressure. So we're going to see what happens. But the one thing I can tell you right now is Amazon is just the beginning here. More companies are going to follow suit. And when they do, I think more employees are going to quit, which is why I say unemployment will likely go up. So we're going to see what happens because, again, according to the CEO, he says that this is all going to happen on January 1st. Well, we're going to see if he decides to walk back that statement and decide to just continue the way that they have been. But my guess, based off of what we've already heard, is he is going to go through with this because he's trying to figure out who is 100% there for Amazon versus who is there for Amazon plus another employer. So we'll see what happens moving forward. The one thing I can tell you is I will be here every step of the way, and I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.